I know it's difficult to hear, but it's time to limit the First Amendment in order to protect it, and quickly before it's too late.
What do you mean?
I mean that we need to control the platforms, all the social platforms. We need to stack rank the authenticity of every person that expresses themselves online and take control over what they are saying based on that ranking.
The government.
The government should
control the social media.
Yeah. I know it's difficult to hear.
All right, Shalom, Mike. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that's teaching His word in all true faith and sincerity. And today, pretty much, I just want to get into a lesson on Eve's attack on truth. Because this devil, he is a devil that the Bible speaks of. And we're seeing it playing out. Now, as you can see, this guy pretty much saying to protect the First Amendment, which is, the freedom of speech, primarily. It should be restricted, so it can be protected. Because certain talking points that's out here is upsetting their emotion. And the things that they got going on, they, from the shit they got going on, the Gaza Strip to, this nigga, set up this credit social system. This devil's being exposed on all levels, so he's trying to quiet, and cover up, restricting it, that shadow banning. Let's get something real quick. The book of Second Corinthians 2:11 reads, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." So, because this devil, saying this is, is in his best interest for the government to pretty much monitor and what you say, and you better say the right thing. You better agree with Israel or with the LGBTQIZ or anything that this devil presents. You should be okay with it. And those who express their displeasure, they're gonna get dealt with. And that's what we're coming to. This devil is trying to everything coming to a head, and people being categorized, But as you can see, it said we are not ignorant of his devices, and we know those devices, those evil plots and schemes and plans. But since this word has gone forth, it has forwarded pretty much. Matter of fact, let's get some in Jeremiah. Because Esau being exposed, that right there made him lose the battle. This man's strength was dealing with in secret and doing certain things, and it was able to sway the minds of the people. And for an example, this nigga, when Nero Trump had these Edomites, proud to be an American, that patriotic. This devil was able to get them get them going and shit. But now, as he continuing his campaign, people are waking up. They are woken from that slumber and saying that it's all bullshit. So on all levels, this man is being exposed, and even Edom is showing their displeasure for Edom, man. That's why you gonna They about to start, with these draconian laws, because that's what it is, a draconian law. That's exactly what it is. This is Jeremiah 49, verse 10. It reads, "But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places." See? So it said he's been made bare. His secret places have been uncovered. So this man, his plots and schemes, all these things are being put to the forefront. These devils, for an example, their intents over there in over there at the strip. It's pretty, they in these other countries, these surrounding areas, is pretty much an expansion. And that's just one of the many examples show you that the things that these devils, their plans and what they tell you on TV and what they really doing, all that shit is being exposed, man. And it's just one of many. Hell, you talking about the GMO foods. This nigga don't want you to hear about that. Just on all levels, man. This man, it show you that, that's the spirit of Cain as well. Because he knew that anyone that would find him would kill him, man. Jeremiah 49:10 says, "But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not." See? So that show you, just going back to the point I made through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, Esau being exposed, that in itself proved that he lost the game. Because now he ain't gonna be able to finish. He ain't gonna be able to accomplish, and crown his enterprise a success, man. And that's why he's going so hard about it and trying to stop the truth. Like I said, certain talking points that you might have a truther out there that make a good point, but the Lord held the prophets to come and make that same point in a sense and back it up with a scripture, man. So he don't want no parts of that. So that's why there's a talk of, those restrictions of what you can say on the internet and all that. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 25, it reads, "But thou, son of man, behold, they shall put bands upon thee, and shall bind thee with them, and thou shalt not go out among them." And we seeing this process, from an example, YouTube guidelines, the algorithm. Certain things you can say, get your channel get shadow banned, or because you said that the video, you get a strike, and then ultimately, eventually, these devils it's gonna be a point where you ain't gonna be able to go out. And you can see as well across the pond. I think that was Ireland or the UK, one of those over in the United Kingdom. A guy got locked up for teaching the scriptures, man. So they just show you that process, and that's what these devils about to bring, man. It says, "And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and shalt not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house." And that Lord gonna cause us. That's gonna be a sign for us to, close up shop in a sense. Just like it was a point in time when the ark, that door of the ark, it finally closed. That was it, And they said the Lord shut the door. So it wasn't no. Even if Noah sincerely wanted to open it, he couldn't do it. So it said the Lord, he said he's gonna make our tongue cleave to the roof of our mouth. You know? But the point is that this devil is trying to attack the truth. Coming down with great rap because he know he had but a short time. But that was a reaction from a certain thing. Let's get it. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 51. And man, might be 50. So like you bear with me. Jeremiah 50 and 43 it reads, the king of Babylon have heard the report of them, and his hands waxed feeble. Angles took hold of him, and pains of a woman in travail. See? So this is why he that reaction of that great wrath. Because we told him his time is up. Everything's about to be wrapped up with this man and his kingdom. We even tell him how he's going out, and when the smoke clear and the dust settle, what's going to happen after. So this is his reaction to try to shut, this nigga trying to turn the music down in a sense. And ultimately, this song is going to make him lose it. This song is actually going to make him lose it. What's that? Isaiah 44 and 25. It says that frustrateth the tokens of the liars and make of diviners mad, that turn a wise man backward and make of their knowledge foolish. See, and that's what the Lord is doing by the way of bringing forth this truth. They said that frustrated the tokens of the liars. Who else could this be but that same character who came out of that pit deceiving the nation? This that same guy. That's why I said the frustrated the tokens of the liars. Because this devil got intense and purpose. This nigga got his form of prophecy even. That's why you got that term pre-programmed some of that effect. These devils show you shit in movies and shit like that, and that's them in a form of prophesying on how shit gonna go down. But it said the Lord's gonna frustrate that by us speaking it is actually manifesting that it's not gonna happen now. And I said to turn a wise man back because now he got to go back to the drawing board. He wanted, how long this nigga wanted to chip the folks. It's been close to 10 years now when he posed to actually had been chipping folks. 2017, he really wanted to go into the Dateline, NBC, the 2007 special. They looking within so many years to get the people chipping, man. But they had to keep pushing it back. That way you had the Agenda 2020, Agenda, 2025. Now you got the Agenda 2030. This nigga keep pushing it back. We're gonna get to the point he just gotta pull the trigger, man. Cause one thing ain't on his side is time. But this what contributes to him coming down with great rap. When you frustrated, that leads to you losing it, But what contributes to it? This word. Matter of fact, let's see. Bear with me. Let's see if I can find it. It It's 11, I think. Right. Matter of fact, let me get in 37. We can end it off on this in the book of Psalms 37. That's what it is. And I started at 12. It reads, "The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming." See, the so-called white man day is approaching fast. That day means the end of his run. Him being in power, his influence, all that shit is gonna be over once the Lord, give the green light for those missiles to be shot off across the earth, man. So Esau, this nigga doing a lot of, burning a lot of resources and time, money. By the way, this nigga, preparing for this war, from the war in heaven to the World War III with the other nations, as well as this nigga burning money, resources, and time, sweat, tears, trying to stop this word, man. Because that's what's causing these events. It says, "The wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy." And that begins with them drawing up laws and legislations first. That's what's going to justify the sword in them bringing forth the bow and arrow. So this guy right here, let's say he's a billionaire. This nigga, he can make a phone call and tell a nigga to, pass this certain law, or but it's gonna get a point. These devils, like I said, if you drawing out your sword and you bend your bow, you point at somebody. And then just they try to, truthers or conspiracy theorists, where you throw everything out. You just think about the 10th way, you just throw everything out the window. That shit don't work no more. That's why the devil is going down. It said, "The wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation." So that's why the guy said to restrict the First Amendment, because upright conversation is going forth throughout the earth. And what's that upright conversation? America is going to be destroyed. The so-called white man, as well as the other nations, is going to be subject unto Israel. And we will rule, and the law, statutes, and commandments will be the standard in the earth. Righteousness will dwell in the earth, man. But this destruction has to happen. That's the upright conversation, man. To sum it up. So that's why it's double. You see the reaction. He's gonna come down with great wrath, because he know if he have but a short time. So yeah, I just hold it with edifying, like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Rachah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. That's teaching the word in all true faith and sincerity. Shalom.